Alrighty. Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 324. Yep, now in these 4 episodes, mostly put, here's what happens. First, we start with a 2-parter. Yep, a 2-parter, which the plot of this one is weird, to say the least. The big thing about this one, we're introduced to Bakuryū's father. And shows the fact that man is a jerk. Or apparently he thinks money can buy happiness. And we even show why he hates his father. And how much of a dick he is. He's never shown abusing basically Yokito when he was a child. He just is very strict. They probably wouldn't show child abuse in the show. Because, this is my personal theory, because it's for kids. I mean, because of the way he uses money, that's basically how it makes him a jerk. Him having money is not what makes him a jerk, it's the way he uses it that makes him a jerk. So, the typical monster is like, Cast Illusions, where Aba Yellow, where she's dancing and afraid of something. Blue sees a demon, and it doesn't affect Red. It's not revealed until the end of part 2 of the story. The reason why, because he doesn't hate anybody. Which is interesting to say the least. It shows the fact he's a good person. My point's out, though. But the big thing about this one is that Alba Blue thinks that the only way he can stop him having his illusions is to give his father a bunch of money to apparently pay him back for all the money he spent from when he was born up until middle school. Yes. It's revealed that apparently he got a girlfriend in middle school, and then apparently his father didn't like that very much, so he basically bribed the girlfriend and her family to leave town and to break up with him. And I'm like, I get the fact you want your son to succeed, you dude, but did you ever think a possibility of the fact that, number one, your son may not be interested, and two, you ever thought of actually having grandchildren, dude? I mean, your son could probably easily give you grandchildren, yet you want to be a jerk, basically have a freaking life. Oh yeah, in fact, he had no friends. Shows how much of his personality basically showed in the show. So Ricky basically goes to the father himself with Tyranno and gets the money back. Of course, God knows in the process. But this was definitely a good character piece for him. And then the very next episode is quite interesting because we actually debut a new Zord for this one. Well, we kind of did toward the end of the episode. So, that was actually debut. Debut the monster defeat the monster, the illusion one. So, yeah, basically, part 2 debuted a brand new Zord. The actual Stegosaurus, the other one I thought was Stegosaurus, but not really. No, that's not Stegosaurus. I thought it was. Okay, the name of the dinosaur, the one with the spinning top, it is, it's called Dimeron. Yeah, that's basically what the whole thing with the disc is. Yeah, and by the way, in the case of this particular Zord, he's used for this surfing thing he does, where Abao rides on his back. He does it for 3 episodes, and 2 of the 4 episodes we're discussing here are 2 of his 3 times they ever actually use this damn thing. Because it seems like every time they use a new Zord so far, a new auxiliary mech, like when they had the Armos, I basically was there for like 1 episode of this video game. the when they used the first one, used it for 2 episodes, and that was it. And that was episodes 9 and 10. Then we have Nikidon. 1 episode uses this thing as a sword. And then, of course, Salden basically riding on the back of a Stegosaurus flat side 3 times. Doing this time, 1 more time after this. Yep. Yeah, I always find this kind of weird though. Like, okay, so they introduce a new thing, and like, they just like a lot of these ones are usually forms they use like once, maybe twice. Lucky enough that they use it like 3 times. Yeah. Not sure why though, as a matter of fact, that the first one, Bakuryū, he's actually seen inside of the Brachiosaurus, and they don't use him after the first 2 appearances. Then what was the point of introducing him if you're going to use him twice? Yeah, I don't get it. What about, 17 mostly put is, we had this mysterious guy watching them. Yes, he is watching them in episode 17. Mostly put, it's a standalone episode focused on Asuka, where he apparently loses peace, and then by the end of the episode he gets peace back. It's a character piece for him, but meanwhile, though, the mystery man reveals he has a morpher. Well, for his race is basically something, but for his morpher. And it looks like the appearance is a white version of Pentra, basically the same, the morpher that you used by Abba Yellow, except it's white. And in the very next episode, we actually debut a Pteranodon. Trion 12 Yustawani. Yes, the crocodile one. Which, first time I actually talked about this guy was actually in a movie. Yes. Yeah, believe it or not, the first time I ever saw this guy, like, that I did review-wise, was actually in the Gokaiger vs. Space Guy movie, and of course was the Go Buzzers movie, and this episode was his debut appearance, in episode 18. And then he's supposedly quickly defeated by a brand new Abaranger. And then Abaranger show up and they discover who it is. And of course, Asuka identifies as Suit Zero. And then he's like, oh, you're the Abarangers. So I call myself, it takes his little pen and writes out AbareKiller. Yes. And those of you curious though, is this the White Dino Thunder Ranger Sentai counterpart? Yes. And boy is he different from Trent. Oh boy. Trent was an adopted son of an old friend of Tommy's. This guy is a dick. Oh my gosh, the guy is a freaking dick. You first see him working out. He apparently loves his body. So basically he's called to do search like, is this person interesting? He's like 23. He's like, okay. I think he's on TV, the event of the very first episode, because jump back 3 months before this. Excuse me. And then we see him witnessing a lot of the first episode and the second episode. And then he witnesses basically Asuka his first battle as Alba Black. It shows the fact that he's been there since the beginning in the background, mostly. And then you see him like, haha, I'm AbareKiller. I'm going to use my arrows basically beat the crap out of you 3. Yes, that's what we see to do. He beats the crap out of all 3 Abarangers. Rikito gets the worst. He almost goes to a freaking wall. It looked like so obvious the fact this was a fake set because the way those bricks fell apart. Normally when they have bricks fall apart, they just, look like bricks. This looks like cardboard. I'm like, did the studio made this not realize? I guess they realized though, if they have fallen actual bricks, he probably would have hurt himself even worse. So make it look like cardboard, because that looked like little cardboard to me. That looks like to me little cardboard. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, it shows the fact he's powerful. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that reveals basically like how he got to. He basically found the morpher. It was like the way it was described here. It's like it happened right after Abba Black showed up. Actually, it was right after the first battle that he found the damn thing, and then he gets his egg and the morpher. He tries it on. He basically presses his clothes into himself, and over the course of the next 2 months, he basically trains himself basically use the damn suit. And apparently overhears everybody what they're talking because he apparently has got down guts. So for him, everything is like a game to him. So Ryosuke basically is, well, he heals up, but they don't have rematch him just yet per se. And then basically like, and then he runs the possible genie. By the way, the Avalons have no idea who the heck he is. I'm not going to say his real name because they have not said it yet. All they say his name is AbareKiller. That's it. His name is never stated. And by the way, when he interacts with Genie, is like, okay, so he's like, ooh, I like you. It should be my subordinate. And then he just touches her thing on her cheek. And apparently that offends her. It's almost like if he touched one of her breasts or her rear end. It's just as bad to touch that damn thing. And then, like, I'm surprised she doesn't proceed to slap him for doing it. I mean, tuck the cheek is one thing. Normally, women, when I can tell in fiction, don't particularly mind it very much. But because it touches a little thing on her cheek, like these little things, because it's done in a very sexual manner, that's what offended her. Like I said, it's just as bad as if he touched the breast. Or the rear end. Yeah. So basically, like, then he drives off in his car. And he's like, oh, it's Ponder Content because he needs some dino guts. And we see the little egg. And he feeds dino guts from his morpher. How does he get dino guts? Apparently by fighting everybody. Apparently. Excuse me. But that's the 4 episode nutshell. It's nice the fact that I get a chance to talk about the debut of AbareKiller here. Like, quite interesting for what it is. Yep. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for this particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and do not hit that dislike button. Before I end it here, I wanted to give a thank you for the viewers who watched basically episode 322, where I saw like 163. By the way, that is my highest, as the quickest high view count I've had in years. Like, to date, my highest viewed video is a Bakuryū audio only video that I did years ago. And that had, I think as high as like 900. Yes. I haven't looked at it since then, but that was like episode like 19, I think it was. Yep. So, yes. So, I will see you on my next video, which will be Comic Corner. And after that, it will be Mushoku Tensei. Okay? Next video. Bye.